Southbound, go. Eastbound, go. Command, go. Well, you want music? Guide, you happy? Go. Vital, go. This is gonna be spectacular.
John, did you touch that TV lens?
I'm not a member of The Cure, so I'm not getting my picture taken. Terry Stern is not a member of The Cure. He's a journalist, a rock and roll journalist. He doesn't get his picture taken either. Just them.
Yesterday I got so scared I shivered like a child. Yesterday away from you, it froze me deep inside. Come back, don't walk away. Come back today. Come back, what can't you see? Come back to me.
Suddenly, it's 10 years since Robert Smith founded The Cure. Since that time, he's proved to be one of the most enduring and inventive new wavy musicians around. His long string of hits, which are now compiled on an album and a video album, frequently mix melancholy with a sense of humor. Now, he tried to lend that sense of humor to Susie and the Banshees. He had a stint with them for over a year and a half. He didn't have too much success. We got to talk to him about that just before The Cure's recent concert at the Kingswood Theatre. When we spoke to Susie Sue, of Susie and the Banshees recently, we asked her to talk about you and your stint with the Banshees, and Susie just said, oh, well, poor little boy, Robert Smith, he just couldn't handle it. Why is she so mean about you?
Well, there's lots of reasons, but they're not worth talking about, really. I prefer being in The Cure to being in the Banshees.
Can you just
If she prefers being in the Banshees to being in The Cure, that's fine, but she doesn't know the other side of it, you see, so she doesn't really know what she's missing. I did.
Well, was playing with the Banshees just the most bleakest thing in the world?
It was good fun, but I think that the element of humour was introduced with me being in the group.
Oh, they don't have a sense of humour, do they?
They do, but they're very, very insular, and it, almost to the point I found of insanity. It's like, I don't see the point in going to places, and just because people around you aren't in a group, that you then therefore treat them differently. I mean, no, people are either interested or they're not. It's really got nothing to do with them being in a group or doing anything. People can do absolutely nothing and be like and tell you really good stories. But I don't know. It was good fun being with the Banshees. It's like for about a year and a half. But it just got to the point when I thought I'd rather be back, doing the Cure stuff.
Wait a house with this. I made myself so sick. So sleep today. I never thought of staying with it. I never thought tonight could ever be this close to me. But if I had your face, then I could make it safe and clean.
Several of your videos have been very successful, and I'm thinking especially of the one where you're all in the closet. How did you come up with that idea?
It was just summed up the song. It was supposed to be about claustrophobia, and that was the most claustrophobic thing we could imagine.
We had all different versions for it, didn't we? We had sort of like being in a little cave and all things like that, but in the end it turned out to all a dream.
Now, I had been led to believe that it was from one of your dreams.
Yeah, I'm loath to even talk about it now because it seems like it's becoming so contrived. It's like, I don't think to myself, I hope I have a good dream tonight so I can write a song tomorrow. I mean, it's pointless. It's just like, everyone dreams. It's just like if you... I can't imagine not dreaming. I never have not dreamt, so obviously something's going to creep into my waking life, particularly if it becomes a bit of a grind, then you do actually look forward to going to bed, and I do quite often.
You think you're tired now, but wait until 3. Laughing at the Christmas lights. Remember from December. All of this, then back again. Another girl, another name. Stay alive and stay the same.
percentage-wise, we appeal to a certain amount of people, and I think that there's a limit beyond which we'd never appeal, which is something that we accepted when we started. I mean, we were never massively popular, but it doesn't really make any difference. There's very few things I can think of that would be worse than spending your life trying to sell a lot of records in Canada or America.
Robert, you came through town not so long ago, just promoting the Head on the Door album, and you spoke to J.D. Roberts at the time, and you were a chronic mess, and you were twiddling with your fingers. Do you recall one of those
Little octopus thing.
Well, we got several in the mail.
Yeah, I get about 300 thrown at me every night on stage.
And 3 more. All across the nation you were seen doing this.
Yeah.
And everybody wondered, my God, he's obviously schizophrenic.
It gave me the idea for my haircut, actually. As I pulled each one of its legs off, the idea crystallised in my mind. Cut all your hair off. Yeah, I've got a huge box of them. I don't want any more.
So what this is the result of this interview thing, the cult of the personality. You know, all your fans then, I mean, want to know about you personally as intimately as they can, in addition to the songs. Do you think that's fair? Do you think it's fair to expect you to be as well like your songs?
I don't think it's as important. I mean, it's far less important in other fields of art than it seems to be in popular music. It's a lot of it's manufactured because people like to have, you know, like idols and stars and this. I mean, but if you read a good book by someone, if I read a book by a good author, I don't rush out and find out what his favourite record is, you know, for example, or what he eats or anything. It's immaterial. If you read a good book, the experience itself is enough. It's the same with records. I don't know anything about anyone in any other group, but if I hear a good record, then I still think it's a good record.
So what you laugh about?